Clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Bears and the reigning Super Bowl champs, and it's coming up next.
From one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Kansas City Chiefs. Hello again, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Chiefs ball club. It's late in the year. We all know it. We've seen the calendar for these guys. Their bodies could probably use a break, but they have to push on.
And they're really not as worried about that as maybe we think. They know they've got the entire offseason to rest. All they care about is the game in front of them and finishing strong.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Bears, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes that actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
The kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Arrowhead. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss. Okay, and he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
First carry now for David Montgomery. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
Nice idea, nice concept there. Line him up on the left side of the formation, let him sneak his way across, coming back underneath, put it in his hands, let him get a few more yards after the catch, too.
Great way to utilize a tight end on the drag route. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. Escape, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Frank Clark able to record his 5th sack of the season.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Another try after the first down sack. Fields under pressure. They got him again. They'll make that a second sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
But they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at third down and long. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down again. Frank Clark in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Here comes the Bears punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
And when you think of Patrick Mahomes, you start to think about all of his attributes, and you realize very quickly you can't just put him into one box. No matter how the game proceeds, no matter what is needed, he tends to have an answer for it and plays accordingly.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 26. Now a first carry for their fullback. Big Eddie Goldman there on the tackle.
The end result was brute force on brute force, but think about everything that's going on if you're playing defensive tackle. You're dealing with at least one blocker across from you, trying to deal with him, shed him, and maybe even a second one before you have to try and make the tackle on the big guy.
Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On third down, here's Edwards-Helaire. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Mahomes firing complete, and he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. That catch good for only a couple.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. Throwing now is Mahomes, eluding the pressure right. Man open is Robinson, and they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
You can feel the effort all the way up here. He tried his best to get there. Didn't quite make it, but down around the 2-3 yard line, gotta love the effort, and especially the big play that gave his offense a great opportunity.
1st and goal from the 3. The second quarter from KC. It's the Chiefs in possession of the football. Touchdown! It's caught at the 1. From 3 yards out. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. The touchdown all set up by the big play one snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play, got the momentum going, right? That's you create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Now Lewis selects to return it. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Now a give running left with Montgomery. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. A shotgun snap, Fields. Flushed out right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 46. To throw is Fields. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-body tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just...
And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
And a tackle there by Jermaine Pratt.
Not the kind of game that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of game that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. And all the way down to the 35. And when we talk about yards after the catch, you think about speedy little receivers, but Travis Kelce was 3rd in the NFL in 2020 in that category. And he'll be taken down at the 34.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. He'll drop that off to Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC. Game clock at 2:01. Time for one final play before the 2-minute warning. Mahomes to throw once more. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. 1st and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. He's to the 10, and he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17. They'll run with Edwards-Helaire. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he's got it. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. From 3 yards out. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
An extra point by Butker is on target. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Now Lewis selects to return it. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Fields. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Cole Kmet, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. From the gun, here's Fields. To Michel on the dump-off. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Fields throwing again. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. Here's Fields. Locates Hardman for another catch. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. From just shy of midfield, Fields. That's to his running back, Sony Michel. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The Bears on the move. They've got another 1st down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on, you heave one deep when you catch them close to the spot.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And with Mahomes under center, anything's possible. Watch out for the deep ball. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we've come upon halftime here in Arrowhead with the Chiefs on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started up at Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati.
All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime.
The final adjustments taking place here for both of these squads. They're about ready for the second half in Kansas City. And for the call, we rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The KC offense and Clyde Edwards-Helaire getting the ball back here. And he's sure looking like a lock for a 1,000-yard season. Don't know if he's going to get it in this game, but he'd probably like to just to get past that point.
Yeah, and if he doesn't, as you noted, there's still time, still opportunity. There's still more games to be played. So, yeah, it's not a lock, but barring injury, it certainly looks like he's going to get there. And what an accomplishment that is. Anytime you get over 1,000 yards, you're celebrated in the NFL.
It's been quite a season. Still a couple chapters left in that book, though. On second down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. He'll buy some time right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there. Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down, and you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better. And
that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. Now here's a throw that's complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Out of the gun, Fields. He'll check this one down to Michel. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 14 yards in a Chicago first down.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Trying to improvise. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Now it's Fields. And he's got Mooney in the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have cut it to within a score. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball, because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the two-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a three-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a two-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Now Mahomes sliding out of the pocket. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run. A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Mahomes complete to his tight end. It's Kelsey. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 20-yard line. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Clyde Edwards-Helaire with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Chiefs add on to their lead.
Well, that makes this a 2-score ball game. And, you know, the way this thing has been going, Charles, 2 scores kind of feels like 3 or 4 scores.
Yeah, that's a great observation. It's been a heck of a battle, hasn't it? Points have been at a premium throughout this game. So you have to wonder, is this going to be too much for them to overcome?
Butker on for the PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that a 7-play, 80-yard drive. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field.
And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, you know, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Now a 1st down throw. Fields
got his man complete over the middle. That's Robinson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown.
On 1st down, it's Fields.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ross.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Looking to throw again on second down. Fields. And this is going to be incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
The Bears on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it. Here's Michel. And he will have the Bears first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. Give them the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 49-yard line. Fields. Flush to his right. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. Over the middle, and that's caught by Kmet. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try.
Touchdown, Bears! Darnell Mooney with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bears have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long, because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense, because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. KC's offense ready to take over. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. On play action, it's Mahomes. Rolling to his left. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these 2 sides.
Here we go.
So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Mahomes going to throw it here. They'll roll him out right. He'll find his running back, Edwards-Helaire. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. Coming up on 2nd and 7. To throw is Mahomes. Rolling to his right. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down. Here's Edwards-Helaire. Another truck, and he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. On the give, this is their fullback. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. Mahomes down to a knee, and that should just about write a finish to this one.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So this one in the win column for Kansas City, and it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises, really both sides did, but they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for the Chiefs, the win is number 9 for them on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for Chicago, the loss might knock them out of playoff contention as they drop to 6-8. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Green Bay Packers.